For those of you that have been subscribed to my channel, and you may or may not have noticed that I've been under a rock for a number of months now. In fact, I haven't posted any videos in 2016. I could do a video on it and apologise and do a massive update, but I'm not sure that you're interested. And any people that have come here to see videos about Valentino Rockstuds, you're not interested in where I've been. Let's just say that I've been far too lucky for 30 odd years of my life, and all of the higher beings must have got together and had a summit and decided that I'd been far too lucky, and they decided to kick my ass in every single aspect of my life steadily over the past year, so from March or April last year. And as a consequence, earlier this year I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and that's all a new world to me, something that I am kind of learning to deal with, and I could do a video on that because I would appreciate any support or advice from anybody who's watching. But that is why this has happened. I was feeling down, and of course, and I've been looking at Rockstuds for nearly 2 years now, and I decided, feck it, I'm gonna treat myself and I'm gonna buy a pair, and yeah, it's time to put myself first and think of me, and that is what happened. And so I bought some of these little beauties. So I bought the Rockstuds in the ballerina, the Kitten Heels, and the Rockstuds, the Sling bags, and I thought that I would do a quick review, show you what I think of them, which ones I'm going to keep, which I'm going to send back, and yeah, for anyone else that might be interested. I couldn't decide between colours and I couldn't decide between styles, so I decided to order 2 of the colours in 3 of the styles, try them on, see what I think. So first up, all of the shoes come in a red Valentino Garavani shoebox, and then you also have a shoe bag, and you also have a shoe bag, and you have a couple of little pouches with spare studs, heel tips, and care information. The whole reason that I did this haul or bought any shoes was for these. These are the Slingback Rockstuds, and they're in the shade Powder Pink, which I think is a really flattering nude shade. They're a sort of a pinky nude. They do have a beige kind of shade that's a more browny tan, but I am as white as can be, so the pinker shade's more of my sort of tone. My concern with these was I wasn't sure how they were going to fit across the foot and around the ankle. I'm a bigger girl. I am a plus size, I guess. So I'm a size, usually a size 16 bottom, occasionally a 14, and a 14-16 top again. And I was concerned that these might be a little bit tight on me because I have wide feet and I have wide calves and ankles as well, so I was worried about how these would fit, and all the reviews I saw were for slimmer people who were talking about how their concerns were that it was actually a little bit too big around the ankle. Now, when I first tried all these shoes on, when I got them, it was a cooler day than today. Today's a hot day. I've been out, walked the dogs, been in the garden, and my feet are a lot maybe bigger than they were on the day that I tried them on, and a lot hotter. So I actually now have a difference of opinion from now to when they arrived. I will show you some cutaways. When I first got them, I could get this done up to sort of the 3rd hole, so it was right in the middle. It was a really comfortable fit, and so therefore I think people who are bigger will be fine with them. But today it was more the 2nd hole, or maybe even the 1st on one of my feet, can't remember. And I found this to be incredibly tight across my foot. It was comfortable enough to wear, but if I was to wear them for a long time throughout the day, I think this would get very uncomfortable because it's not going to give in any way. It's leather, but the way it's stitched exactly like this with the 2 things connected, it's not going to give. It's very sturdy, and unfortunately that I think would be something that would be uncomfortable for me throughout the day. The heel height is comfortable. I would be fine wearing these. It's just this is one of my concerns, and yeah, I don't know, wearing them again today, they felt a little bit smaller. Oh, sizes. I am ideally a size 4.5, which is a 37.5. But I read reviews that said to go up half a size in these. So I'm a 4.5, but I usually buy a 5 in shoes, so I bought a 5.5. These are 38.5, and they do fit well. I think a 5 possibly would have been too small. Despite having a wide foot, I don't have any problems here with the width across the toes or anything. They fit really nicely and they fit well in the foot, everything around here, but again, I'm a bit concerned about this. Now, since trying them on, I'm definitely going to return these, but one of the reasons I was definitely going to return them is there is already signs of wearing here on the back of the heels when they arrived. There's a slight sort of scuffing, I guess, to the leather, and for shoes that cost £620, I don't find that to be acceptable. It's not a massive thing, you know, it's not incredibly noticeable, but I've seen some reviews where people say that it gets really worn just after a couple of wears. These were like this when I got them out of the box, so I'll be returning them, but that's sort of put me off these because I wouldn't want to pay that amount for some shoes and then to be wearing, like, because it's such a soft leather, for them to be worn so easily, and then they would, I don't know, just look very worn quite quickly. I don't know if that's true or if this is just a dodgy pair, but I'll be sending these back, but I do love them. And before filming this video and putting them back on my feet, I was contemplating keeping them. So the next pair that I ordered are these. These are the patent black with the powder pink sort of edging, and these are in the Kitten Heels. Now I thought I would get these because I was worried that those that the slingbacks might be too high for me and I wouldn't get as much wear from them, so I decided to go and try the Kitten Heels because, I don't know, they looked quite nice on some people. I liked the way they looked with jeans, but also you could wear them with dresses, and I felt that they were a really versatile shoe. And I was contemplating getting the black with this sort of nudie shade. However, I actually do prefer the nude, the powder pink all over, and a couple of other people have seen them and said the same. But I understand that this is sort of a really classic shade. I really like them. The only problem I have is I can only just get this top strap done up. And it doesn't look as flattering. It sort of cuts me off at the wrong place. The first time I tried them all on, I had a dress on, and this time I just had my jeans on, and I need to find the right pair of jeans to wear with them because these are obviously not the most perfect length of jeans. These are like slippers, incredibly comfortable. They're not tight in any way across the foot. This T section is not tight in any way, not like it is on the slingbacks. It's a more comfortable sort of height, I guess, or maybe it just, you can adjust, because it's this strap here, you can actually adjust the how tight this is across the foot, and these are really, really comfortable, and I can see why people really like them. However, for me, they just weren't that flattering. Oh, and those are also gone up half a size to a 5.5. The final pair that I bought are these, and these are the ballerinas, and I had seen firm cotton in them and things, and I wasn't really going to get these because these are cheaper than the other two, are $6.20 and these were $5.80. And I thought there was a lot of money for some flats, but then the more I thought about it, the more I thought I would actually probably get a lot more wear from flats than I would do heels, just from the nature of what I do as a job and things. And since I last saw you, I had a car accident, I've got whiplash and things, so I'm wearing flats most of the time. Wow, I'm looking quite shiny. Anyway, and I decided, because my main two favourite pairs that I wanted were either the ballerinas or the slingbacks, I got these in the powder pink as well. I struggled to find them actually in powder pink. I was a bit annoyed when these arrived because they came, although I ordered them in a 5.5, they arrived in a 5, or 38, not a 38.5, and I was a bit annoyed about that because everybody had said that you go up half a size, and I really didn't want them to be uncomfortable or cutting in any way. However, the person who packed my order must have known that I am a 5.5, and so those two were a 5.5, but they sent these in a 5 because actually they're the perfect fit. So maybe you don't have to go up a size in these, or half a size. Today I couldn't do them up as tightly around the ankle, but they were still fine. And these are ridiculously comfortable, really nice. They don't rub in any way, they look nice, and the benefit of these over the other two styles is that there's a little bit of elastic here on the strap and also on the other side where the buckle is. So this moves quite a lot with your foot, it's quite flexible, and that makes it more comfortable. And there was no problem with the width across the foot, they were fine, and for my wide feet they were more than comfortable enough. and so I've fallen in love with these beauts and I'm going to be keeping them. So in summary, in my opinion, I think you need to go up half a size in the Kitten Heels and Slingbacks, but not in the ballerinas. I would go with your normal size for those. If you are a bigger person like I am, you should be fine with Slingbacks and ballerinas. They do up fine. There's lots of buckle holes and they give you lots of options and things. If you have got very wide feet, you might struggle with the Slingbacks. I was okay, but after a whole day they will not be very comfortable. And for the Kitten Heels, it depends on how wide your calves are. I've got very wide calves. I struggle with boots and things, with like knee highs or higher boots, so that's possibly why I've been struggling with the Kitten Heels, and they might be okay for other people. I bought all of these from farfetch.com, but they came from Browns in London. I had a 10% off code from Farfetch, which is what kind of pushed me into placing the order in the end. They have given me a code that gives people £30 off, I believe, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. I don't know. I will put it in the description box. By no means do you have to use it. I think I get something back for it. I'm not sure. I probably get some money off as well, so don't feel obliged to use it. I'm not doing this for any reason. It's just that if you're going to make a big investment, you know, why not get some money off if you can. As far as I could see, Farfetch wasn't on any of the cashback sites or anything like that when I was looking. Delivery took 4 or 5 days, which I was a little disappointed in. I thought it was going to be faster than that. But everything arrived. All the boxes were wrapped in tissue paper and then bubble wrapped to protect the boxes, and they also do free returns by courier. I'm kind of in a better place now, so hopefully this will be the start of me being back on track and being back on my channel. If you want to know a little bit more about my diagnosis and what's going on, I'm willing to do a video if that's something of interest. Or if you want to send me any information, if you don't want to comment, I think you can go to my channel and go to about and then inbox me. I can't really remember. I think they might have removed that now. If you want to comment, I can give you my email or something if you've got any pearls of wisdom or advice on how to sort my head out. That'd be great. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.